Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, goodbye with a little help from my friends. I can't hide with a little help from my
That's Spirit of the West performing last night in Vancouver. The band's winding up their farewell tour tonight after lead singer John Mann was diagnosed with early-onset Alzheimer's disease 2 years ago. The band performs their last concert tonight at the Commodore Ballroom in Vancouver. Tashana Reed is here with more. Why was it important for the band to do this final tour?
Well, I mean, you know, Spirit of the West has been a West Coast mainstay for the past 32 years. Now, some members have come and gone, but this is a band that has had chart-topping hits such as Political, Save This House, Juno Awards, gold and platinum albums, and their shows are coming to an end. And I'll tell you a bit more why, but I want to talk about this song, Home for a Rest, one of our favorites. In case the name Spirit of the West isn't ringing a bell, you'll know who I'm talking about. Take a look.
You have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week, I've been drunk since I left, and these so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink, I need home for a rest. Take me home.
So Spirit of the West decided that they were going to, do their series of last set of shows after their band leader, John Mann, was diagnosed with early onset of Alzheimer's. And that's who we just saw right there. He has been with the band from its inception and found out 2 years ago that he had the disease. He made it, he was public about what he was dealing with, and that was actually after dealing with cancer. So definitely some difficult years, but the band has been on a farewell tour. They're playing their string of final shows at the Commodore in Vancouver. There he is at the stage, and you'll see that he has an iPad with him so that he can, have the lyrics there just in case. And he also takes a lot of cues from band members. So I want to get into part of this performance. Look at the energy. They were definitely having a blast. Here's a bit more from that show. As you can see, he brought the spirit, he brought the energy on stage, and it definitely was an emotional night for the band members. His wife, John Mann's wife, has said that, he's happiest when he's performing on stage, and of course, the opportunity to do that was dwindling as his condition worsened, but she said he's most focused and most happy when he's performing. We also had a chance to sit down with guitarist Jeffrey Kelly. Our team in Vancouver met up with him, and he reflected on, these final moments together on stage. And here's a bit more about what he had to say. Take a listen.
There's a lot of love, which is keeping us, I think, in a positive frame of mind, but there's an undercurrent of sadness for sure, I think, knowing that, we won't see as much of each other is what it comes down to. And over the years, we always know there's going to be a concert or a little tour down the road, and that's how we sort of all keep in touch and, remain friends. And it'll be a little more difficult now without those opportunities. So I think that's going to be one of the hardest things for all of us to, when we say goodbye on Sunday morning, we're going to feel that, man, don't quite know when we're going to see each other next, as opposed to, oh, just look on the calendar and there's a gig there in June, we're going to be fine, So that won't be there, and that's going to be hard.
Wow. So, very emotional time for all of the members, their families. And Mann isn't the only one that's facing serious health issues. Another bandmate, drummer Vince Dietrich, he has been dealing with issues as well. He has full kidney failure. He was diagnosed in 2013. So very difficult years. But as you can see that they brought the show together. They're still performing, giving their fans an experience, and I'm sure one that they will also remember. And the band will be on stage one final time tonight.
It's heartbreaking and heartwarming listening to them and watching them on stage together. There's also a documentary about this band.
This is, remarkable. The documentary is called Spirit Unforgettable, and it follows John Mann as he deals with the illness. You see, his wife is there by his side, his bandmates as well, and they prepared to play at Massey Hall. They had not performed at the venue, and the whole kind of documentary builds up to this big final performance in Toronto, of course, before these final shows. And you get to see the fight behind the scenes, going to the medical appointments, trying to maintain his dignity, but also coming to the realization that his life is changing, and there's very little that can be done about that. But definitely, fighting the battle with dignity and holding on to those moments that he can. I want to share just a quick clip from Spirit Unforgettable. Take a look at this.
You'll have to excuse me, I'm not.
I just can't get over how courageous he is to go out there every night, with the potential of a train wreck.
It's a struggle.
Spirit of the West, right?
We arrived in December.
Wow. So, the documentary is going to be at Hot Docs this year. Of course, Hot Docs launches in a couple of weeks. And when you hear those lyrics, you'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. But of course, take me home are those final words. So, a very emotional documentary, but a really interesting look. And Alzheimer's is something that impacts many people, but to see early onset of Alzheimer's is another world altogether. He's only 53 years old. So as you can imagine, having this illustrious and colorful life and, having toured across Canada and knowing that these are going to be your final moments as an artist. But seeing it documented in this way is, I think, something that is really remarkable to see on camera. And you also get to hear from John Mann as well about his own experiences. So very sad, I would say, but also really amazing to see how much joy he had on stage and all the band members had on stage and the fans. So,
and I'm sure the fans are giving them so much support at this time as well.
Lots of love right now.
Yeah, thanks to Shauna.
You're welcome.
More news is next.